Hey everyone, welcome to Transformational Tuesday. This is Yasemin Inal, founder of Amplify Your Dreams, where we teach big dreamers to get clear about their goals and dreams so that they can take charge of their lives, become more productive, and focus on what truly matters. Now, today's episode of Transformational Tuesday is really a very special one because I have a very special guest with me today. His name is Abu Productive. He is the founder of productivemuslim.com, which is an amazing blog. And Abu Productive is the nickname of the founder and CEO of Productive Muslim. So his real name is Mohammed Faris. He is an international speaker, author, and coach dedicated to boosting productivity in the Ummah, in the Muslim world. Currently, he's authoring a book on Islam and productivity, which will be released in August of 2015. Thank you so much, Abu Productive. Thank you so much for being here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, this is so great, to be able to introduce you to my audience. And, I've been talking about the online course now that's going on, the Productive Ramadan online course, right?
Yeah. Yes,
So
absolutely.
I've been getting a lot of messages. People are interested. So let's, before we start with that, just tell us a little bit about, you're into productivity. You're Abu Productive. So how did it all start for you? Like, why are you so passionate about productivity?
Sure. So I started this blog about 8 years ago, and the idea then was just basically sharing what I was learning from so productive books on like David Allen and Life Hacker and all these sort of productive books. What I realized is the practical steps that they were advising I was getting from all these websites and books were actually making a big difference in my life. And I was looking around, and a lot of my sort of friends and colleagues were saying, "Hey, how come you seem to be doing lots and achieving a lot?" And I realized that, wow, those sort of practical things that I'm kind of like implementing in my daily life is making a big difference in my own life, and it's sort of being something that people would like to learn about. So I started Productive Muslim really as a way to share that with the world, some of the productivity tips and techniques that I wanted to share with the world. Over time, though, I kind of realized that there's also a wealth of knowledge in Islam itself. There's so much in the Quran, in the Sunnah, and in the history of Islamic civilization that teach about productivity. And I realized, oh my goodness, there is a lot they could share here, and I could sort of bring the best of what we have, the modern science, the modern psychology, the modern productivity techniques and tips, and also bring also the best from our history and from our traditions, and really help the young Muslim and Muslimah or any Muslim who wants to change to learn these practical tips so that they can really boost their spirituality, they can boost the way they live their lives, and become true productive Muslims.
I love that. When you explain that, it's so similar to my journey in personal development as well. Like when I started practicing Islam my first year in college, and at the same time I started reading, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, and all the major books out there, The Power of Habit eventually. And I realized, like you said, the two merge so beautifully. In
Absolutely.
fact, you can't really, for instance, like as a Muslim, if we are supposed to be really practicing good Muslims, we need to be punctual, right? You can't miss Salah. Like if you're late, you miss Fajr. If you're 1 minute late, you miss Fajr. So it's so important to be able to merge these things. And I think it's so needed in the Muslim Ummah. So tell me, like, I know that you have so many followers on Facebook, so obviously the response to what you're doing is great. So what brought you the idea of actually designing this Ramadan course now, the Productive Ramadan?
So a few years back, I was looking at what are the biggest challenges facing the Ummah, and one thing that kind of got to me because I lived in the East and I lived in the West, so I lived in all over the world, so I kind of noticed that Ramadan is a big time for Muslims, right? And it's a big time for many reasons. It's a big time where families come together. It's a big time where everyone sort of gets into the whole spirituality. But I really also started noticing things that kind of bothered me. One is people sort of took Ramadan as an excuse and said, "Oh, it's Ramadan, I can't do work," or "Oh, it's Ramadan, I gotta relax." Or, I remember literally when I was in my sort of previous corporate job, walking in the aisles and seeing people literally lying on the floor, snoring for hours, not taking a
Oh,
power nap,
wow.
literally snoring for hours. And I'm thinking, and I'm like talking to the boss, like, "Yeah, it's Ramadan." I'm like, and I was getting really annoyed. Why are you blaming Ramadan for the lack of, but we can't, don't blame Ramadan for the lack of productivity. It's actually the way we dealing with Ramadan, the way that our habits, the way we sort of our mindset about Ramadan, that's what's causing us to take Ramadan as an excuse. So Ramadan is the month of being productive, and that was like the whole premise. Like Ramadan is the month to be out there and be super productive, not just
Yeah.
only spiritually. A lot of people think, well, I'm productive. I pray all night and I fast all day. I'm like, yes, spiritually productive, but what about your work? What about your
Yeah.
family? What about your community? What about being socially productive? And look at our predecessors. Look at the traditions. There's no, tradition that says, okay, make sure you sleep all day long or
Yeah. Or like
surviving.
stay up all
So
night, right?
I'll stay up all night.
Yeah.
And of course, although don't remind me about the late night shopping. Oh my goodness, I used to hate the late night shopping. It's like, it's just, and it really got to me that there are, unfortunately, the sort of Muslim over the years kind of built up these habits that are not very healthy.
Yeah.
And really, they're affecting their productivity and in the end, affecting how much reward they get for Ramadan. So instead of Ramadan being the season where they excel and
Yeah.
bring the best out of them, it became almost like a survival season. As long as I survive Ramadan, as long as I barely make it through,
Yeah.
I'm a happy man or woman. So we wanted to change all that. I want to say, actually, it's not impossible to be productive in Ramadan. In fact, it's very possible. And there are practical ways to do that. It's not theory. I'm not going to tell you some high-level theory. There are practical ways you can try. And hey, if it doesn't work, let us know. But you could try. It should work to help you lead a productive lifestyle. And that's where the whole sort of genesis of Productive Ramadan course came
I
up.
love it. I love it. And that's something you mentioned in your video. I mean, you said, why survive? Why not make it a transformational experience? Because
Absolutely.
I mean, it's supposed to be, it's the month of the Quran. It's the holiest month. So it's supposed to be a transformational experience that when we come out of it, we're supposed to, have gained so many amazing habits that when we come out of Ramadan, we're like armed with all of that so we can continue the year in a very, very productive way. I totally agree.
Definitely. I mean, I like that. I mean, the whole idea of Ramadan being a training ground. It's
Yeah.
not the be all end all. Some people go in Ramadan, this is it. I'm going to finish the Quran. I'm going to pray all night. I'm going to do all these amazing projects. And
Yeah.
after Ramadan, I'm done. I
Yeah.
can relax now. I can just sleep for like a whole year. I'm like, no, Ramadan is like the training ground. It's like the boot camp. You go
Yeah.
in, you train yourself up. Allah puts a lot of conditions for you. No fasting, no food or drink for these hours. Pray this night. Wake up early. He's
Yeah.
putting this condition almost like a boot camp situation where it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But the whole idea is to toughen you up and say, hold on, if I can do this in Ramadan, after all, it should be easy, it should be a breeze. So you should look at Ramadan as a training ground, and really people should try to look at where they are spiritually, physically, socially, where they are in terms of their own sort of goal achievements. Say, what would I like to get out of Ramadan with? Do I need to get out with better spirituality or better management of my body and my mind, or better sort of being more socially active, and sort of get into Ramadan, get the training. After Ramadan, you graduate with those habits, basically.
Yeah. It's kind of like it reminds me of what they mentioned in the Power of Habit book, that habit loop, right?
Absolutely.
It really, Ramadan really strengthens that. I mean, some people say it takes 21 days to, develop a habit. Now, most research shows it's 66 days. But I think, 30 is a great number, like to get used to some amazing habits. So I think, like you said, I mean, if someone is getting in the habit of sleeping super late, sleeping throughout the day, and then just eating horrible food, all the fried food and the, sweets and everything, pakoras and all the stuff that's around, right? And then obviously those are bad habits too. So tell me now, the thing I love about this course is that it's very comprehensive. So it's not just... First of all, the question I want to ask you is this. Right now there is so much going on out there. Everybody's doing a webinar or some sort of an online course. There is Ramadan, all these promotions going on. Why your course? Why should I invest? Why should someone invest in the Productive Ramadan online course versus the other stuff out there?
Sure. First of all, I'm actually really happy to see that there's a lot of people out there who are doing webinars and courses. That's awesome. That shows that the ummah is alive and people are active and proactive. So I'm really happy when I see that. I don't see it as competition. I see more as complementing each other. There's a lot of religious courses out there. Courses about praying, fasting, how to get more spiritually close to Allah, how to learn Arabic and Quran, how to understand the Imam, what he recites in the Quran. There's a lot of religious courses that are out there which are amazing, and I really recommend them.
Yes.
The Productive Ramadan online course, we kind of took a different route. We say, hey, these are all great stuff, but if I'm struggling with my sleep and I'm struggling with my time and I'm struggling with my focus, then it kind of, I cannot implement what I should be doing in Ramadan. So we say, let us teach you sort of A to Z about leading a productive lifestyle. Now, again, this course is not for everybody. Some people might feel overwhelmed about this. It's for those who really are serious about taking this course, saying, I want to learn the A to Z about understand how I manage my body, my mind, my spirituality, and being social productive, and really and get sort of practical advice from experts who will be with me online and tell me this is how you should manage your times, how you should manage your schedule, these sort of goals that should work with you, and just work with you so that you can really get the most out of Ramadan and apply some of the knowledge you'll get from the other webinars and courses. So it's almost like the training ground for the practical spirituality that, I have one of the, Sheikh Abdul Nasser Janda, he said, productive Muslim for me is like practical spirituality. And I love that because it really is about get that. We spoke, alhamdulillah, great. Again, it's important that we talk about some of the important concepts and, ideas in Islam. But really, some people struggle with the basics. I'm going to work all day long. I come back home, I'm tired. My fasting is getting to me. I got to pray Taraweeh. I have to, Isha is very late. It's the Northern Hemisphere now, and Fajr is very early. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to even survive? Forget, transform. So, you're talking transformation. I'm trying to survive Ramadan.
Yeah.
And here
or
we are
even
giving
other things. I've seen there is nutrition, right?
Yeah.
Fitness, all
Absolutely.
of that is in the course. So, now that it's summer, I know that's a big thing for a lot of people. Like for me, when I'm fasting, I don't really miss the food, but it's the water. I'm like, I always have my big mug. This one here. This is all water. I'm not a coffee person. But
there you go. Here's my big.
So for a lot of people, they're like, oh my God, I'm so dehydrated. And those are things that you're covering. I've seen that you have actually a nutrition and fitness expert who is doing that. So. Tell us a little bit about who is teaching. So it's not just you teaching this course, right? Can you kind of walk us through basically the modules in a way and just tell us exactly what we're getting in this online course?
Sure, absolutely. So we have 8 modules in this course. And like I said, we have 5 instructors working together. So module 1 is just getting ready, the basics of productivity. And in fact, I have a very awesome video interview with our famous Ustad Naman Ali Khan on how to prepare for Ramadan. So that's like a really good way just to get you started into the course.
Awesome.
Module 2 is about the basics of productivity. So I talk what is productivity, what is not productivity, what's the framework, because we need to put in some kind of framework, because a lot of people misunderstand productivity as getting things done. And I want to explain productivity from the way that I see it, almost like an Islamic paradigm productivity, that there is the idea that we are productive for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're productive because we're going to one day meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're going to be productive not just in the work, but in terms of work, our family, how we balance our roles. So this whole framework, how
like
Islam sees productivity.
In a way, right?
Absolutely. That's module 2. Module 3 is about almost productive thinking. And this is where we have our instructor, Thrain Wynn from Australia. And he really goes into detail.
I know
he's
him.
awesome.
He's
awesome.
Yeah.
He goes into detail about how to change the mindset, the whole growth mindset. Because again, just looking at Ramadan, because a lot of the issues we face in Ramadan is about our thinking and our mindset in Ramadan. So that's covered by Thrain. He's doing a great job there, mashallah. Module 4 goes into spiritual productivity. This one is covered by myself, where I talk about the link between spirituality and productivity. How does fasting boost your productivity? How does prayer boost your productivity? How does having reading the Quran, how does all this concept of ihsan, sabr, patience, God consciousness, these concepts which seem very religious, but actually how those concepts help us lead a productive lifestyle and give barakah in our time, blessing to our time, basically allow us to do more than we achieve for. So that's module 4. Module 5 goes into the sort of physical aspect. This is where you can talk about managing sleep, nutrition, and fitness. For the sleep part, I cover that and talk about how to manage your sleep. For nutrition and fitness, we have nutrition experts. Sister Yasemin, she's amazing. Another Yasemin, basically, and she's great.
Isa, right?
Yasemin Isa, exactly.
She's awesome, mashallah.
So she covers that in detail. She has videos about, like I said, hydration, about fitness, about exercise, and that's covered. We also have a great interview with the NFL players, Hussein Abdullah, about how they stay fit during Ramadan. So he's
so good. Oh my goodness, I have to watch that.
Yeah, I know. They're really just inspiring.
And still playing, right?
Playing NFL, exactly. Playing, the NFL. So it's awesome. That was a great interview. I love that. So that's module 5 there. Module 6 goes into the social productivity, basically how we can be productive outside ourselves. Because a lot of times I think productivity is about being selfish, really, like me, myself, and I. But it's
Yeah.
really about being productive with your family, with your community, with your country, with the ummah, with humanity at large. I mean, really, how you build that. Ramadan becomes a platform for you to do that. And then we have a great interview with Sheikh Abdul Nasser Janda about how to basically be productive with your family in Ramadan, which is actually very, very heartwarming. He talks about his own family experience in Ramadan, which is very practical and very useful. Module 7 talks about I think I'm sure I missed the number there, but module 6
It's
or
okay.
7 talks about being productive at work. And we have Karima Saeed, who is also a professional instructor
Yes.
on all the issues. I mean, how do you talk to your boss about Ramadan? But how do you manage your energy levels in Ramadan? How to stay focused? How do you schedule a routine during the day and across the whole Ramadan month? All these sort of practical work-related questions that you have, he's got that covered,
And
mashallah.
he's
And then we
awesome
have a
with that.
special.
I know.
He's really great,
Yeah,
mashallah.
he really is,
And then we got
mashallah.
another module on Sister Latifa Begum. She's actually the productive Muslimah sort of instructor with us, and she goes in
That's
detail for
great.
sister-specific, issues about pregnancy or breastfeeding or non-praying days, and how to be productive, with all those sort of conditions and what to do, and how to really, the sisters' roles in really empowering everyone around them to boost their productivity as well, because because mothers and wives, and they are the cornerstone of family, and if they are
Absolutely.
productive, I mean the whole family just completely changes,
Absolutely.
transforms.
I love the fact that you guys have designed it in such a way that you're really covering everything. Like you said, A to Z. It's a very holistic approach, a very comprehensive. And then adding that sister's perspective is also great because, like you said, I know a lot of women out there who feel they're not getting the best of Ramadan, especially if they're pregnant or if they have little children, or like you said, if they're nursing. They're always feeling like, oh, I don't get to pray taraweh, I don't get to fast. So they feel like they're losing out. But I'm glad that you have that particular
Definitely.
module just to let them
Definitely,
know
it's very,
that
very,
there's so
very
much.
important. And alhamdulillah, I had a good reaction to that module. A lot of sisters love that module. And finally, the module 8 is basically saying, well, now you've learned all this, now you've applied all this. How can you build the habits to make sure that this stays on with you after Ramadan? That's what we talked about habits
Love
and
it.
how to talk about which habits you choose to graduate with. I talk about graduation from Ramadan because Ramadan is like a school and a training ground. Which habits you choose to graduate from Ramadan and stay consistent after Ramadan. So those are like the 8 modules. And really, I mean,
That's
we
great.
tried our best so we've been doing this every year, been improving the content and adding or removing or, trying to see what really ticks with people. And we all hoping, inshallah ta'ala, to continue to add more content or remove content. We want to make it also, don't overwhelm people. We want to make
Of
sure that
course.
you have enough content that you cover, that you feel like, yes, I am now ready for Ramadan. And that's our promise. And basically, we give this course, it's a lifetime access. You sign up once, and basically any future upgrades, you just keep getting it. Because we really
Wow.
we don't want to say it's not a yearly subscription. It's more like, I've got this course now, and I just need to improve on every single year, and that's what we aim to do.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And so you have all of this for 247, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm just
I had,
blown away because
I
yeah.
had a college kids who came in and they said, "My God, you did all." I mean, if my college tuition was even half of it, because the amount of work you guys put into this,
Yeah.
and what you normally get out. And also, I forgot to mention, we got like doodles. We have infographic summaries of every module. So if
Which
you
you
just want to
guys are
watch
really
it,
famous with. We
we
have to
love our
mention
doodle.
that,
We
right?
have a
Your
great, actually, I
doodle.
have to give credit to our doodle expert, Sister Anissa Satria. She's from Malaysia. She's
Yes.
amazing, mashallah. Whatever
Yes.
she does, she always captures the eyes, and really
Mashallah.
owe her credit for doing all these doodles. We have transcripts as well. So some people perhaps, prefer to read instead of to watch
Absolutely.
videos. So we have that as well. We have worksheets so that you can track your progress and make sure which tips you've been implemented or not implemented. Of course, we have ourselves instructors there to answer your questions. I mean, we really try to give you the best we can in terms of this course. I'm sure there'll be ways to improve, and that's why we get
Of
feedback
course.
every year. But its idea is that we really want to help you lead a productive lifestyle. There's no excuses. I mean, after this course, if you have an excuse to be unproductive, I'm just like, what is your excuse? There absolutely should be no
Yeah.
excuse for being unproductive in Ramadan.
Now, I have one question because this is something that
Absolutely.
I have actually received from one of my subscribers saying, do they get access to the entire course right away? Because I know you're hosting this on Kajabi, which is a membership site, right? So once someone purchases this course, they're enrolled in. Do they get access to everything at the same time, or is it over time, like over the weeks of
Okay.
Ramadan?
Okay, so we give access to everything from day one. What we do is that we send you almost over 2 weeks, almost like an email training. So we kind of like to kind of help you digest all that content. But
Excellent.
sometimes what happens is we notice that some students perhaps might want to jump straight to some modules. They don't want to wait to the whole like module seven. For
Sure.
example, let's say the sisters want to jump to module seven, which is the sister special, or someone might jump straight into about sleeping habits. So we try to give you flexibility that you can go in and actually try it in any direction you want, from end to beginning, straight, to pick up the ones you want, and then sort of go back and do the others. Or you can follow, sort of, we give you almost like we kind of help you through email every sort of few days in email and say, okay, this is what that's next, and this is how you should watch, and this is what the sort of the main points here, and that kind of helps you guide you. Our promise is that if you spend half an hour to 40 minutes per day, you should be able to finish the course within a week maximum, or 10 days. I mean, that's if you
Yes.
spend that amount of time. So don't be overwhelmed. I know that sometimes you're like, oh my God, there's so much. And if you go to the course, you see like literally list of like, oh my goodness, I cannot finish it. This is a lot
Yeah.
of people concerned about.
It could be
But two things.
overwhelming. It could be
Exactly,
overwhelming.
exactly.
Yeah.
You have a lifetime access. You don't have to choose. You don't have to go over everything. Just cover what you need,
Hmm.
and we help you guide you through it. And just all we need is that investment from you, because we really want people to invest in this course. We don't want to just sign up and just sit back, because that's for me
That was
is
my
just
next question because I know
yeah,
some people, especially, within the Muslim Ummah, there is this
yeah,
mindset sometimes, okay, if you're doing something good, you should do it, fi sabilillah, you should do it for the sake of
absolutely.
Allah. It should be free. Now, of course, I completely understand why there is a charge to this course. As a fellow coach, I understand the concept. But for those who may be struggling with that, I know you addressed this in your sales video, in the
Yeah.
particular video, but could you just briefly tell us?
Sure, sure, sure. So first of all, I mean, again, I said this course is not for everybody, and we do have free content on our website. Yes, we have articles, we have interviews, we have doodles on our website. This is almost like a step up. If you want to invest in yourself and to really go beyond just browsing through random articles and get that A to Z training, then this is where this course comes in. Secondly, yes, we do charge for this course because we invested a lot in this course. I mean, just the
Sure.
instructors, the platform. I mean, you probably know how much it costs us to build these platforms, the doodles, the transcripts. All these things takes money and effort, and we want to make sure that you invest in it so that you value it. I mean, I know that it sounds mean, but trust me, how many webinars people signed up, they don't attend, how many courses
True.
people take. I mean, just check Coursera and check, all these online sort of MOOC courses. One of the biggest problems they have is that people sign up for courses, but they never actually finish it.
Absolutely.
And my theory is that really because you haven't really invested in it. If you invest in it, it's like, oh my God, I mean, this has cost me money. I better make sure I make the most of it, or at least, I sit down and make the most of it. So I want people to make that. And also one thing we do is that we say you investing is like a win-win-win investment. It's a win investment in yourself. If whoever bought the course, it was a win investment for Productive Muslim, because you're actually helping fund this global organization that's sort of doing all this other free stuff all over the year. So you're helping us. And also what we do is that each Ramadan we give 10% of proceeds to a charitable organization. This year we're giving to Human Appeal International, inshallah, in the UK, and that's just
Alhamdulillah.
part of our promise to give back. So it's not, if I really wanted to, we could have made this almost like a, again, college degree credit, $1,000+ and
Of
just
course.
go out there and really make that into a very expensive exclusive only course. This course is as affordable as possible, trying to reach as many people as possible, and I really hope. And by the way, it comes with money back guarantee, so you can take
Yeah,
the
that
whole
was my
thing.
next question.
The whole thing. Take the whole thing, right? Go watch all videos, download all the doodles. This is how much we kind of put on basically our money where our mouth is, saying, do everything, go through the whole thing, try sign up, download, ask me all the questions, and then say, you know what, I don't like it. Just here's, I want money back. Again, one question, you say, no, you're just
It's a
trying to
30-day
make
money
money.
back guarantee,
It's
right?
30 days, inshallah. So from the day
So I
you
mean, you
purchase,
could
30 days.
pretty much you could go over it through Ramadan in a way. I mean,
Exactly. Exactly.
and of course, if anyone when they benefit from it, no one is going to return it, because once you benefit from something, it's just amazing. But it's good to have that guarantee there, so you have that.
I know it's a big investment for some people, so that's why we're trying to make it as comfortable as possible. I know some people say, well, I don't have the money now, and do you offer discounts or student discount, employees? Like, unfortunately, it's a fixed fee for now.
Sure.
But think about ways. I'm sure if we want something, and I know that some people want something, they can figure it out. There are ways for you to sort of get the money and make it happen. But the idea is that that shouldn't be an excuse for you.
Actually,
This is
it's a
Ramadan.
great aid gift. It could be an
There you
early
go.
aid gift.
There you go. There you go. Ask your parents.
Yeah,
Ask your
parents,
friends, your
aunts,
spouse.
uncles, right?
Exactly. I mean, even
Spouse.
if you want, what's something we offer sometimes, say if you have few friends who want to join together and buy one subscription, that's fine with us. We
Sure.
try, just email us. We try our best to help you. We're not trying to sort of
I
gatekeepers
love
here.
that.
And
I
it's just
love
the idea
that.
is support as much as possible, inshallah.
May Allah reward you. That is so nice of you, mashallah. I mean, and I know how much work it goes into creating an online course. I created my first online course this past January, and it was
MashaAllah.
crazy. I have three kids. I have a baby right now. She's 15 months, and I have
MashaAllah.
two older sons. So at that time, she was not even a year yet. So here I was, like shooting all my videos and making my content. Literally, like my
Mash-
husband was like, "Okay, can I bring her in?" I mean, it takes a lot to create an
Absolutely.
online course. It literally took us, the whole household. My kids were so cooperative. My husband was so supportive.
MashaAllah.
And it
MashaAllah.
really, alhamdulillah, mashallah, it takes so much to create a course. So to sustain that, to be able to create another course, right? I think it's so important to be able to charge a fee so that you guys can continue the amazing work you're doing.
Inshallah.
And also,
Inshallah.
the charity is such a great idea, also. May Allah
Alhamdulillah.
reward you for that.
Amin.
So,
Amin.
you made it very clear who it is for. Who is it not for? Who
Okay.
is this course not for?
So we say this course is not for people who perhaps are either extremely busy that they cannot spend time on this course, who cannot dedicate at least half an hour to 40 minutes per day. So, we don't recommend that you sign up because you just get frustrated and you just ask for refund, basically. And that's actually a lot of the refunds come from that perspective. People
Sure.
saying, well,
I can go through
I
it.
I didn't have time. So I was like, no
Yeah.
problem. You have lifetime access, but no problem. We give you money back. So that's number one. Number two, someone who thinks that oh, I can't change, or oh, I know I gave up. I mean, really, we want people who have the intention to change because we cannot put that in you. We cannot sort of inspire you to change. Some people say, "Psh, come on, man, I've been fasting for the past, 30 years, 40 years.
And I'm
Why would I need a
fine."
course?" Exactly. Why would I need a course for it for? Which is fine for you, but for some people, if you really want to make Ramadan a transformative experience, give this course a chance. And if you, like I said, if you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, I get your money back. So this is sort of the two people that I can think of that really this course is not for. But I really recommend that you just check out we even have free samples on our website. Just go in and just preview some of these classes and see if you like the content. If it makes sense to you, go, okay, this is interesting. I'd love to know more about this, because inshallah ta'ala you'll find that it's been it's like an A to Z that's been built up by Muslims for Muslims. I'm not bringing you some instructors from around the world. I'm actually bringing you people who really understand what you're going through and they're experts in their own field, so they can give you advice that is applicable to you as a Muslim, inshallah.
Mashallah, mashallah. Okay, so now I have this huge announcement, because I want to be able to. I love the fact that this course is out there, and I'm happy to promote it. So for those who are tuning in, I have a bonus for your audience, for my audience, for everyone who's
Mashallah.
listening in, inshallah. Now, this is something I haven't announced yet. This is the first time I'm announcing it, and I just, came up with this idea because I
Awesome.
believe in it, and I really want more people to enroll and more people to benefit from it. And that way, inshallah, we can have an awesome Ramadan, all of us.
Inshallah.
So
Inshallah.
if the audience right now, if you guys just go to bit.ly, this is just a short link, bit.ly/productive Ramadan course. So I am going to give whoever enrolls, inshallah, from today until Sunday. I believe you're closing, right? The closing
We're
date.
closing on the first day of Ramadan, basically, on 18th of June, inshallah.
Okay, so I'm not giving it till the first day of Ramadan, but Sunday, which is the 14th, inshallah. So this Sunday, June 14th, from today until that day, whoever enrolls, just follow the link here. We're going to have the link here in the bottom of this video. I will give you free access to the Dream Blueprint. Now, this course is the course that I actually created. It has 8 modules. It is basically my lifetime work. I have poured my heart out into it. I sold it for $297, but it is
Mashallah.
worth, literally, I mean, whoever has taken the course, we had 0 refunds. We had 0
Mashallah.
money. I had a money back guarantee as well. No one refunded it. And alhamdulillah, it was a very, very successful course. So it has everything that you can think of. And again, it's on Kajabi. So they will have lifetime access to this. You guys will have
Awesome.
lifetime access to it. I really believe in what you do, Abu Productive. So I want to be able to
Thank you.
support.
Jazakallah
So-
khair. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, definitely. So, final remarks. I know that a lot of people out there are just like, okay, should I, they're on the edge. Should I enroll? Should I not enroll? final remarks, what would you say to someone who is on the edge and not making that decision right away?
Sure. I'll tell them, remind yourself what happened last Ramadan, a few Ramadans. Ask yourself, were those Ramadans satisfying to you? Einstein says something cool. He says, insanity is doing the same thing and expect different results.
Love
We've
it.
lived every Ramadan, the same way, and we're kind of not getting the results we are hoping for. Maybe you should try something else. Maybe you should try something different. Maybe you should try to lead a productive lifestyle. Again, I'm not going to sort of force this course down your throat. You don't have to sign with this course, but at least have the sincere intentions and the hard work that you say, I'm going to go in there and make Ramadan transformative. This course has been built to help you, support you in this journey, and we want to make sure that you're there, and we want to make sure that you are equipped with all the skills and techniques and tools so that you can lead a productive lifestyle. And like I said, if you don't like the course, sign up today and just this offer from Yasemin is enough for you to convince you. Just get this offer from Yasemin. And if you get this, you get two for the price of one, basically. If you sign up, you really, and there's a money back guarantee. It's really no excuses, and stop making excuses. Stop blaming Ramadan. It's Ramadan's not to blame. We need to work on ourselves so that we can lead a productive lifestyle. My hope, my dream is that the ummah becomes productive. That's like my ultimate vision. And Ramadan is the training ground for that. So if all of us jump into this and really work towards leading a productive lifestyle, inshallah, I can just imagine what the effect is on the ummah. Every single person counts, and I really look forward to basically having you on board.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Just when you said that, I'm just picturing like almost 2 billion people, right? We're close to 2 billion. If everyone is doing their part, if everyone is productive, we could do so much in this world. As Muslims, we can prosper, and we can give such a great da'wah to those who are looking at us and wondering what we're doing. Because obviously being a Muslim nowadays is it's not the easiest thing.
Absolutely.
We're always on media and stuff, but if people see how productive we are and how we're contributing to our societies and the world at large, then that could be an amazing example as well.
And doing that while fasting and while praying and doing all oh my God, these Muslims, look at them, they're fasting. Look how much coverage Abdullah Hussein Abdullah got when he was playing NFL, professional NFL, while fasting. People are shocked. And that's exactly the same idea. Imagine if they see you, my God, this person is fasting and she's so productive at work.
Actually,
look at how she's.
You're right. People really do. I used to teach at the university. I have a teaching background, basically education, for 14 years. And my students would always come in and they're like, you don't have your water bottle today. And they would know, because I would tell them, okay, guys, I'm going to be fasting. Be easy on me, be nice, and stuff like that. And they were amazed. They were like, you're teaching all day and you're fasting and you're energetic. And they were tired, and they couldn't understand, how am I doing this? So it's so true. It's so true. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
May Allah reward you for your time. May Allah put barakah in your time so that you can continue to be as productive as you are, and you can contribute, inshallah, to our ummah in the best way that you're doing. May Allah reward you. Okay, guys.
We really appreciate it.
Of course. Okay, so go ahead and check out that link, bit.ly/productive Ramadan course. Sign up today, and I will give you access to the Dream Blueprint with all the bonuses that is worth $5,000. So I don't think you want to miss that.
Oh my God.
The bonuses.
I don't want to miss that. Can I sign
when I
up,
say
please?
the bonuses, I got to interview some amazing people in there. Some of them, their time, literally, they charge you $5,000 per hour. They didn't charge me. They were so gracious with their time with me, but I got to interview them and ask them about mindset and everything. From mindset to positive psychology, we're covering everything in that course. Productivity.
Awesome.
So it's all the basics and it's called the Dream Blueprint: 7 Steps to Fulfilling Your Dreams in a World of Distractions. Who's not distracted, right? So we all want to be able to fulfill our dreams in this world, inshallah. So, okay, guys, thank you again, Abu Productive.
Thank you.
And thank you, guys, for watching. Until next Tuesday, live on purpose, focus on what truly matters, and amplify your dreams.